Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael.
This is Cleve.
And that's Stephanie. And welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship Supreme, where the podcast that dares to ask, why are all super friend animals dogs?
It's an interesting question. It's part of what this episode's about. I went down a rabbit hole of information.
And I are expert at that.
I found things that I would like to share with everybody, just so that they know exist, and we can just kind of discuss them as I go through it.
On board.
What would you say if I told you there's a Pet Avengers?
That sounds like some child's cartoon, like Sunday cartoon.
Right. Mm-hmm. You would obviously want to know who's in it, right?
When was it created?
No idea.
Okay.
It's recent, though, because they had a comic where they fight Thanos.
Was it a dog Thanos?
No. It was the real deal.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
I needed to be Thanos' animal.
I'm just imagining...
Like his pet?
Paw Patrol fighting.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, who's in it?
Hairball, Niles, the bouncing cat, gifted with kinetic powers similar to his owner, Speedball. He possesses the
as you were
Soul
talking about it, that's who it reminds me of.
And then it gives a summary of how he exists, but basically, experiment, he got into some stuff, and here we are.
Did he get bit?
No, he didn't get bit.
By a bouncy ball?
He didn't get bit. Not by a bouncy ball. But that would make sense. What if he just got hit really hard with it? But that's not, because that's not what it says. Lockheed. We know Lockheed. The alien.
You said, what if he gets really hard with it? Anyway.
I said hit really hard with it.
Oh.
But...
Lockheed? Yes, I'm familiar with Lockheed.
You're making a lot of eye contact with me while you think about that. Yeah, we know Lockheed. We've talked about Lockheed on the show before. Kitty Pryde's dragon alien thing. Lockjaw. I don't know...
Inhuman?
But people's knowledge. It's a bulldog?
Yeah, it looks like a bulldog.
Who can teleport people.
Or a pug.
Yeah, a nice little mix in between. My favorite of this group, Miss Lion.
Okay.
It's Spider-Man's Aunt May's, this is the description, dim-witted but sweet pet dog with no powers. It's a male, by the way. Miss Lion.
Why is it in the Pet Avengers?
It's Hawkeye. He just described Hawkeye, and I ask that question every day. Why is Hawkeye in the Avengers?
Lockheed, by the way, has the time to. I skipped over that.
Wait a second. Why do we allow two animals to have gems?
Oh, well, I mean, Lockjaw has the Infinity Gauntlet. We're putting it all together.
How does it look when he's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet?
I don't know. I imagine he just kind of...
I would like to think that they then made it into a collar.
Just clang around when it's on his feet.
Clink, clink, clink. I'm not... Again, I just imagine he just drags it around like a stick. Redwing, the bird of Falcon, he has the reality gem.
In this world, is he still able to telepathically communicate with Falcon?
Yes. Okay. I know, man. Zabu, saber-toothed tiger, is a companion of Kazar, which is the first ever Marvel character. Space Stone, in case you were wondering.
Oh, so they all have stones. Well, most of them.
And Throg. So I knew Throg existed, but I thought it was just Thor when he got changed into a frog. Throg. It's not. It's a whole comic backstory.
I would like to hear some of it.
He has the mind gem. Okay. A football player injured to never play again, found a wife and a happy life. She dies.
Here's your happy life. Take it away.
He tried to find a way to bring her back and talk to her again. Owes the wrong person some money and is turned into a frog. Survives a great war between the frogs and the rats, where Thor, as a frog, is also there. His goats come to take him back to Asgard, and the goat chips Mjolnir. The rats come back to attack him, and he picks up the fragment and becomes Throg.
Oh my god.
So Thor as a frog is a real thing with Throg.
Yes. Here's I will send this picture of you, or we can just Google it to put on for video also. But here is a picture of the team of Michael.
Ms. Lion looks real useless. Did Aunt May just misgender Miss Lion? Just doesn't know.
That was the description Marvel.com gave me.
Okay.
That exists. Mr. Fantastic visits Attilan city of the Inhumans, which
It's the one in space, I believe.
the one on the moon. Seeking the 6 Infinity Gems, Lockjaw, an oversized dog and pet of the Inhuman royal family, finds the Mind Gem, which I didn't have that in there, which increases the animal's intelligence. Using telepathy to read Mr. Fantastic's mind, I laugh as I'm reading all this because that's a graphic novel book series that you can purchase.
Do you own it?
No, I don't own it.
Is this a surprise at the end of this? You own it?
No, it's not a surprise in that I own it.
How much does it cost? Can we own it right now?
I can't imagine. Check Amazon. I can't imagine. The Pet Avengers. You Google it, it comes up. He encounters the other pets, recruits them on the team.
I need it now.
He teleports to the Savage Land, gets the saber-toothed tiger, which the Savage Land is like a prehistoric time frame.
Question: does it explain how he knows where these other pets are? Because, how does he know to go to the Savage Land? How is he like, yep, this needs to happen? Oh, and the comic series is called Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers.
That makes sense.
If that helps anybody. It's a 4-issue comic, limited series, made in 2009, July to October.
See, so not too long ago.
Don't worry, there's a YouTube channel, or YouTube video that Marvel Entertainment did.
Breaks it down.
This is just Pet Avengers, Tildeer, which is too long, did not read.
Yeah, I just don't get it. But you know, I guess I imagine that someone got this job, and it's like a news reporter who was given like the cat fashion show job to cover. Like, it's just what happened? Whose idea was this?
At one point in time, they fight the Avengers.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I'm just
No. I mean,
I just, looking to buy this, I find Avengers versus the Pet Avengers. Also, if in case you're wondering, $25 is the graphic novel.
That's too much.
You can also buy an Iron Man suit for your dog that lights up.
Also, in my summary, Thanos kills Miss Lion.
Oh no!
You didn't like the... It's the Hawkeye.
But you don't kill a dog.
Well, until that's Will Smith. In the movie.
Or the people that killed John Wick's dog.
Yeah. But those people really paid that price.
Yes, they do.
Don't worry, because they get the gems back, and they share a psychic link that reunites them, and Miss Lion is resurrected.
Oh, thank God. To the pet cemetery?
That can only be the direction it goes, right? Like, it can only get better from there. This exists. I can't even remember what I was doing that led me here. Like...
Were you looking for Ace the Bat Hound? Your best friend got you that.
It was not Ace the Bat Hound that I was looking for.
Krypto the Wonder Dog?
No, but he's coming up in the next conversation. I think I might have just been looking at something for Lockjaw doing with the Inhumans, and it just derailed me into this world.
Don't worry, $2 a piece if you want a digital copy of them. And not that was literally going to happen after this episode.
That's what you're going to get? Well, I'm glad I can bring that to you. Would it surprise you that DC did it first with the Legion of Super Pets?
Thank God. Well, that wouldn't surprise me because I knew there were DC Super Pets. I don't know that other than Lockjaw. I don't know that I knew. Oh, I have a Lockjaw. Other than Lockjaw, I don't know that I knew of animals that were doing things. But I knew Krypto, I knew Ace, I know the cat. That
Also, Throg can speak
flies.
because he was previously a human.
Oh, thank God. I don't remember the cat's name, but he is the red Green Lantern
Yes.
thing's
Yes.
pet.
His story is really sad.
I imagine.
There's like a little short comic. I'll find it.
I only know him because of Inhumans, but Injustice 2.
No, but it's a different world.
Yeah,
Sadder
Injustice 2.
that you married your wife, had the best time of your life, and then she died? And then you got turned into a frog.
Yes.
You forgot the part where he was a football player, a star football player, and then got injured so he could never
Sadder
play
than
again.
that.
And the Great Frog Rat War. That was stressed a lot.
Question: did he, whatever disability that he, or whatever like
Injury?
ailment he got, did that stick with him as a frog? Is he limping?
and it didn't. I don't think it specified what exactly about him got hurt. But no, he recovered
Just
well.
specifically, he would never play football again.
Yeah. I want to say he was turned into a frog by a voodoo person,
Yes.
as one does.
If it's in the Marvel universe, that exists. I don't think it. I guess what's the name?
Dark magic, we'll say.
Well, in Marvel, Voodoo exists.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, enough about Throg.
I mean,
Is there a Throg pop? Because they just came out with a recently Horseface, and I can't remember his name right now. Why am I blanking on his face? Thor.
Horse face?
But it's not actually Thor. It's a different. He takes the mantle of Thor for a while.
Beta Ray.
Yep, Beta Ray Bill. Thank you. Came out with Beta Ray Bill.
His face.
Well, he's got a horse face.
I mean, yes.
Like BoJack Horseman?
Were you about to
Oh,
yell
whatever
Sarah
that guy's
Jessica
name is.
Parker?
No, I was about to say BoJack. I thought that's what you were trying to get to eventually.
No.
I would buy a Throg pop.
Beta Ray Bill.
I have a Lockjaw pop, so I would also buy Miss Lion.
Well, then you'd have to buy the whole Pet Avenger set.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Done.
Pet Avengers. First member,
Legion of Pets.
Legion of Pets. Sorry. Beppo.
Okay.
First seen in Superboy number 76 back in October 1959. From the planet of Krypton. It is basically a monkey.
Okay.
Long story short, it goes over the whole came to Smallville when Jor-El Superman was a toddler, but so DC, especially in this time frame, they just were like, I'm gonna give everybody a pet, but Superman had a ton of them for some reason.
I think there was a cartoon series about it.
Yeah, he had more than anybody else.
Like specifically just his animals.
There was also on the team Comet the Super Horse. You know Comet the Super Horse.
Is that El Kabong?
No, it was not Okabong. First appearance was in Adventure Comics 293 back in February 1962. It was Supergirl's horse / boyfriend. Now you remember. It was her pet horse. So I want to say he was turned into a horse
Yeah, that sounds right.
and then turned back into a person and then they dated and then back into a horse, but it was her pet horse the whole time?
I don't dabble in the world of Kryptonians because anybody that likes Kryptonians is dumb.
Comic books in that world got really weird.
You know who you are.
Krypto, Superdog. Not too much to explain there.
It's this one.
Prody. Proty. Proty. Basically an alien blob.
So they're not really animals anymore. They're just...
This is on the Legion of Super Pets, man. He came out in Adventure Comics 308 back in May 1963. And then Streaky, the Super Cat, from Adventure Comics 261 back in February 1960.
Related to Flash somehow.
No, it's actually another Superman dog, animal.
God, I'm so tired.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was Supergirl's pet cat.
All Kryptonians, they're the worst.
I'm telling you, and then they said, we made a lot of you guys. We're just going to put you all on the team.
I don't know what the universe is for Crisis Infinite Earth, the
recent one?
The thing that happened, the crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
But at one point in time while watching those, whenever I watched them...
You expect to see?
No, I watched the first three.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't watch the last one. But there was a point in time where Superman and Lois Lane are on a barge floating through the earth, floating through space,
as one
where
does.
the Kryptonians can't use their powers.
Okay.
I imagine that's like the Florida for Kryptonians, and I'd like them all to go there now.
That makes sense.
I just Kryptonians I'm not on board with.
It's just so complicated.
Here's the thing.
DC is complicated.
They are DC's answer for everything. DCEU's answer for everything. DC's answer for everything. They're like, oh, this bad guy, we made him really strong. Call in Superman? Yeah.
They put him against Dr. Manhattan.
How'd they go?
I mean, they just had a conversation.
And
then it ended.
So who won?
Right.
Nobody wins.
It's a 2-3 year build-up for that.
Thanks a lot, Doomsday Clock.
For a conversation?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds boring.
It made it seem like it's going to be this amazing fight between Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen, who is this ultimate powerful being, and Superman, who you know. And they were just like...
If you saw Watchmen, he's the blue guy with a big dong.
Well, let's see. Watchmen.
Is that the pieces you've seen?
No.
Oh, well. You count yourself lucky.
I think I would have remembered that one.
So... It makes sense that the Legion of Super Pets exists because of the time frame that was. The Pet Avengers, to me, is a little bit
2009.
more odd in that sense. But I imagine people bought it and read it, right? Maybe not, because it would still be going.
It was only a 4 series. There was a different series of Pet Avengers, but it wasn't Lockjaw's Pet Avengers.
Well, you're going to buy it, so... I have some honorable mention pets.
Okay.
I don't know if you can think of any off the top of your head.
Ace would be the only one.
Okay.
In the DC universe. Yeah.
So I'll read him off. Ace the Bat Hound first appeared in Batman 92 back in June 1955. Dog adaptation by Batman and Robin, given mask to hide noticeable scar on Ace's face.
I see one on your list that I also forgot that obviously I should have remembered, but
Which one?
I'll let you get to it, Tippy. You know my dog's original name was Tippy when we adopted her?
And you changed it?
Well, at the time when we adopted her, I was like, Tippy, that's the dumbest name.
And now you realize.
They could have been gold.
Yes. Tippy Toe. First appearance in the Great Lake Avengers #4 back in September 2005. Pet and best friend of Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl has all the powers of a squirrel and all the powers of a girl. Tippy Toe is a squirrel that has all the powers of a girl and all the powers of a squirrel. Fun fact. Don't just search Tippy Toe. Search Tippy Toe Marvel.
While I'm doing that, fun fact, Tippy Toe once flew a Mark Iron Man suit.
Yes.
Just his glove.
That exists.
just the glove. According to Urban Dictionary, Tippy Toe can mean getting some.
That's probably why I put that.
What? How?
It's not one that registers for me, but
Then you don't do it right.
it's not ever. I meant more that the slang didn't. I'd never heard it before, but anywho's it's.
Any? Slightly?
Stephanie
Maybe?
gets none.
Kinda?
No. I mean,
Stephanie, name all the people in the Avengers.
all the people in the Avengers?
Just the movie.
Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, Black Widow. There's Scarlet Witch,
Like, isn't
Captain
there
America.
a guy named James?
I don't know. There's a lot of people in the Avengers.
I mean, you forgot the Hulk, so
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them. You're right. Another one that you'll know that you won't know unless you watch the show, Runaways. It's Old Lace.
Yeah. That's
I
a
did
fun
not
one.
watch the show.
Runaways Volume 1, Issue number 2, August of 2003. A genetically engineered raptor, telepathically connected to one of the girls in the show. Her name is Gert, or in the comics, I guess.
Kind of like Gert.
Oh, I know a pet. The cat in...
Bad start.
Was it a Thor movie?
Rum Tum Tugger?
No, it was the cat that had the face that went... "Bleh."
Oh,
Captain Marvel.
A Flurkin.
Captain Marvel.
Or Flurkin.
That is a good one. Good job.
See, I know
Look
one.
at you.
It was Flurkin,
You're
right?
on there.
Couldn't remember the movie it was in, but I'm a little sleepy after pizza.
Got you. Another one you probably haven't heard of. Jumpa.
Jump up.
First appearance in Sensation Comics number 6 back in June 1942. This is an alien kangaroo that belonged to Wonder Woman, and Amazonians used to use them as horses.
It seems absurd. Amazonians are not aliens, so I
absurd.
don't understand
Why
how
didn't they just use horses as horses?
how did they acquire so many of these?
That's probably why they took that direction in the movie, to not use the kangaroos. That would have been
That would
fantastic.
have been amazing. You remember, was it Jumpin' Jack Flash?
Yes.
Jumpin' Jack?
They're Flash.
Kangaroo
Like the-
Jack, that's what it was. Kangaroo
Yeah,
Jack.
he had the sunglasses
Yeah.
and the red jacket.
Oh, wow, yeah. He did.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. Kangaroo Jack, yeah. That's the animation I want. Oh, could they ride cats? From the movie Cats?
I'm done with cats for a while. And the cats are the size, maybe? We don't know.
If you haven't seen our episode about cats, please go watch it.
Yeah, watch our episode about cats. Don't go watch cats.
It
Go
will
watch
tell you all
Cats.
about cats.
Go watch Cats.
Jellicle cats.
Jellicle cat.
Here's a sad one for you. Dog, DAWG. First appearance in Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special number 1, back in December 1991. Loyal to Lobo, which is a DC character. He's kind of like a
bounty hunter?
like a psychopath mercenary.
Yeah, mercenary.
Followed him to all Lobo's murder adventures. Lobo never claimed him, and Lobo stomped him to death at one point.
That's awful.
Lobo's in a show right now, isn't he? Isn't there a show with Lobo in it?
Maybe. If only there was someone.
Next one. Her phone's
phone's-
dead.
The last one that I took record of that I enjoy is Bat Cow.
Done. Yep, on board.
Bat Cow's first appearance was in Tiny Titans number 17 in June of 2009. Also, Batman Inc. Volume 2 number 1 in July 2012. Just a cow with a bat mark on its face hangs out in Wayne Manor.
Is
That's
along
it?
with the dinosaur statue and the penny and. For those at home, Stephanie just kicked the camera. We often have to get dead silent and
you
stare.
weren't in an earthquake.
Lobo is on a sci-fi show called Krypton.
Already done with
Did
it.
you know it existed? Yep.
Is it
There's the-
like on now?
Yeah.
Weird. How long has it been on?
Since 2018.
Shut your face.
It might have gotten canceled because now that I think about it, when I looked, it said 2019. It went 2018 to 2019, so
That
maybe it
sounds
got
canceled.
That sounds like one.
What channel was it on?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi has a lot of weird stuff.
Nobody
Final
watches anything
episode
on
date,
Sci-Fi.
August 14th, 2019. Start date, March 21st, 2018. 2 seasons out of that bad boy.
2 seasons nobody wanted. That's why it was on Sci-Fi. Oh, the Sci-Fi is a show called The Magicians, and I enjoy that show.
Michael, if your animal was a pet, or if your animal was a super pet, what would Dottie's powers be? Would she have a power, or would she just be Miss Lion?
I like. She wouldn't be Miss Lion. I like to think that she'd be like Banshee.
Okay. Okay.
Or even
By the constant barking?
Black Bolt.
Oh, okay.
Like the idea, like she can't even open her mouth, but when she does, destruction happens.
Gotcha. I can see that, yeah, because she does like to bark quite
And
a bit.
it's just like a quick outburst out of nowhere, and then it just does not stop.
I can see that. Clever. Stephanie, you have 2 pets.
Yeah, two cats.
Would you like to say their names and what their possible powers would be?
Max and Diego. Max cries a lot to get his way. So maybe some sort of like siren
Mantis.
song.
What was Wolverine's? Yeah, I was gonna say, what was Wolverine's girl's name that she could like touch and manipulate?
Yeah.
I could see that,
Yeah.
especially cats. Cats are touchy
An empath.
and then not at the same time. Diego.
Diego. I don't know. He's like a dog. He listens, but he still does the cat thing. He's like a dog that acts like a cat.
I'm thinking like an Emma Frost type thing. Like, yeah, I can read your mind, but I'm not gonna be like the Xavier route where I could do good with it.
I was thinking Morph.
Alright.
Has a great power, but doesn't want to use it because screw you. That's why.
I mean, screw you. That's why it's the best response you can have for anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's best response for a
It's
cat.
right under Jellicle.
Or could it be like Jubilee? Like you were a mutant, you got something cool, but really it was this. How about Max and Miko?
The X-Men get into a fight. It's like, hey, you guys won. Ah. Celebrations. Fireworks in the air.
Cleve has 2 very opposite
Yes.
style dogs.
I have Miko, who's a Chihuahua. It would definitely be speed.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
That'd
that
be
thing can get revved up and just jolts all around the room. Max, I'll have to say some sort of intelligence type thing. Because I've never owned a pet that, like you were saying, just knew what you're not supposed to do and figure out a way to get it
I almost
done.
went with like getting out of everything. Like a Nightcrawler situation where
Like
he
a-
just oh yeah,
Like a
One time-
teleporter?
One time, Cleve locked him
The doorman?
locked him in a cage so that he couldn't destroy anything, and that dog proceeded to rip all of Cleve's bedding off.
That was after I put him in a cage in my room, and he dug through the wall, like he scraped the wall until he made a hole in it. Then I put him away from the wall, and he took the carpet and picked it out with his teeth until that ripped all up. And then I put wood underneath it, and then he got the very end of my bed sheets with his teeth and pulled them off the bed through the cage.
He's incredible. Does Spider Ham count as a
Oh, yeah, I blocked that out of
super
memory.
pet?
I don't think so, and here's why. There's an actual ability to communicate. Like Chewbacca. I don't see Chewbacca as a pet.
But then Throg.
But
The-
Throg, I feel like, chose to be on the team with everybody else. And also, who else was going to pick Throg to be on their team? Nobody was like, oh, we need help. Probably
Ant-Man?
call, like, Spider-Man and Throg and Wolverine.
Man, when he summons lightning,
Get the team
how serious
together.
is it?
I don't know, maybe like a sprinkler?
What was that, guys? You hear that?
It's like a
Little taser.
like a computer outage.
Just shorting electrical systems.
Yeah.
No, I would agree with you that I don't think he's a pet, but it was more because isn't his planet that he comes from all pigs?
All
then
all
it was-
animals.
I don't know.
And he was bit. Wait. Spider-Ham was a spider that got bit by a pig, right?
I don't remember. I blocked his whole storyline out
I
of my
can only
brain.
hope he lives in a planet of spiders. Okay, so Spider-Ham was born a spider named Peter Porker, which still doesn't make sense to me then.
That
But,
was a spider named Peter.
right, but his whole planet is
You can't choose your last name, Stephanie.
His
This is
whole,
what you're stuck with.
that is true. His whole
I chose my last.
planet is animals, like Zootopia situation, and was bit by a radioactive pig.
Cool. I picked my last name.
Did you?
I mean, I don't know.
No, you got a choice between names.
You got one or the other.
You didn't choose your last
You
name.
picked the one that's going to be mispronounced for the rest of your life.
But anyway, pets, superheroes.
This has been a magical episode.
Take time out to know. You know what? Here's the thing. Someone worked on this.
Yeah,
And people need to know that it exists.
absolutely.
And anytime someone's like, "Oh, I'm not into comic books," I'm like, "Are you into pets?" Like, yeah, like I got you.
There was
Don't
something
worry.
out there for you.
There's a horse that tricked a woman into having sex with him. Maybe. I don't know if they actually
both as a
consummated.
horse and as a human.
Maybe it was
I don't know if
just
they actually
implied.
consummated.
It's the donkey show.
Did we prove that?
I can't imagine that it actually.
I mean, it was back in 1962.
Yeah, we didn't talk about things like that though in comic.
Yeah, but
We
if
insinuated
nobody was
wrong.
reading it,
Right.
you got away with a lot.
There's a movie called, well, it's also based off a book, but All Quiet on the Western Front. And at one point in time, these women find some, I think it's World War One soldiers. One, or I'm pretty sure it's one because it's about trench warfare. That would make sense. In World War One, and it's about these women that find these. So, well, not about, but there's a scene where they find these soldiers, and they're at the bar and they hang out, and then they all go up to a room, and being the smart ass seventh graders that we were, someone was like, "What are they going up there to do?" And my teacher, without even hesitating, was like, "Gonna play Scrabble." And so that is now what the act of sex is making Scrabble.
Not tippy-toeing.
Not tippy-toeing, never heard of that.
That sounds like you cheated on your relationship. Like I went tippy-toeing.
There we go. I also have now decided in my head while you were telling your story that was good about the having Scrabble sex. Do they spell out words? Anyway,
Man,
can you?
you can only do the things that you can spell out.
We just made a sex game.
How many tiles do you get?
All the time.
Dang. You just free for all start grabbing it. That's the way to do it.
That is just that it's Boggle, not Scrabble.
But you gotta be butt naked and covered in jelly.
you catch it with your
not
cheeks. But while you were telling your story, because my brain wanders like it does, I created a team of pigs.
Okay.
We had Spider Ham.
Mm-hmm.
We had Babe.
Mm-hmm.
We had
So useless, but yes.
Miss Lion got on the team. The boy dog.
He is the Miss Lion.
We got Miss Piggy. We got the pig from Moana.
I imagine Miss Piggy is basically like Black Widow.
Yes.
Pua. Is what you meant.
Porky, I think, would be a good one to add on there.
He does have the Looney Tunes magic power, so
Yes.
Something for everyone.
hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let us know down in the comments below if your pet was a super pet, what their power would be. Also, would you change their name? Because I changed mine from Tippy to Dottie.
You really messed her up from that. She's never really recovered.
Make sure to hit like and subscribe. We have episodes every week.
Every week.
If you guys are listening at home, check out our YouTube channel because you get to see the cool pops that Cleve brings most of the time. And also, we act like idiots, so
Can't
it might actually ruin your perception of us.
Yeah, if you think we're really cool, stick with the audio.
Yeah, just stick in the audio. Otherwise, make sure to check out our social medias as well. You can always contact us there. We tend to respond pretty quickly. Where can they reach you at, Cleve?
We have a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter. They're all Friendship Supreme. Twitter has no I's in the word friendship because all eyes are here.
On our YouTube channel.
We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Friendship Supreme. We also have a Snapchat that we don't use. We also have maybe a TikTok.
You know why I created the Snapchat originally? Because I wanted to get some of those
So you
glasses
could-
that are
you could-
attached to the Snapchat.
You could spy on people.
No, there's glasses specifically for Snapchat that you can push a button on it and like
that
it
tried
records what's
ended
going on.
like 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. It still exists.
Dang!
Look, Stephanie,
Cut deep.
I'm
Didn't
not
even
gonna-
participate in the episode, but
I'm not
cut
gonna-
there.
I'm not gonna believe that you're on top of like what's popular when you didn't even know about Tippy Toe. You also couldn't name any of the Avengers, so
I named lots of them.
I mean, all the Avengers.
I don't have time to name all the Avengers.
Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. I know we have. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve.
And that's Stephanie. She never introduces or outs herself, so I'm just going to do that for her.
You don't out people.
I don't want to out myself.
Right. She never introduces herself or outroduces herself.
Dismisses herself.
Ah, okay. Signs out.
Yeah.
She never signs herself out, so that's what I'm here for.
That's all, folks.
Beautiful.